Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol AVEO. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis on Thursday, so that is where the green and red line annotations are coming from. And the reason the chart looks kind of goofy is if I, move it like that due to that gap down, it kind of just throws off the proportions. So that's why I figured just doing that, it makes everything a little bit easier to see. So after today's price movement, definitely some updates here need to be made. First thing I want to do is a little house cleaning and just get rid of these lines here. Sure, they still pertain, they're just not relevant right now. And from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's lines everywhere that create clutter. So let's try to keep this as clean as possible. First update though that does need to be made comes about based on a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they do tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that watched yesterday's video, I talked about right around 67 cents as an area of support. But now that the price is broken down below it, if there is going to be any sort of bigger bounce that occurs, that first hurdle that'll need to be cleared next week is right up there at the 67 cent mark. Now, the little interesting dynamic here is that, obviously this morning things got really rough, and then spent the remainder of the day, nothing exciting, but kind of did slowly work its way back upwards. Now, don't get me wrong, and I wish trading was this easy. I wish I could say that because it got beat up pretty bad and then all of a sudden started to slowly, increase during the afternoon, that means that it's for sure going to bounce next week. No such thing as a for sure. Now, would it be shocking to see some sort of bounce, some sort of, at least retest of 67? No, that wouldn't be shocking at all. But myself nor anyone else can say that is for sure going to happen, because that would imply a guarantee. And yeah, there just aren't any guarantees in the market. But it's at least logical. As case in point, let's say that the price, hypothetically speaking, was still just falling and falling. It would make no sense to say, it's probably going to bounce. Why would you say it's going to bounce when all the thing is doing is falling? At least right now, it's showing a little bit of price upwards price movement. So it becomes a logical and rational thought to at least think and to propose, but still doesn't mean it's for sure going to happen. Long story short, interesting setup going into next week. It would not be shocking at all to see a bounce up to, and from a percentage standpoint, that's still a nice little percentage even for it to go up to 67. So we'll see how next week plays out. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.